They're running into buildings. They're running into they flipping cars in the middle of the street. And I don't know how like y'all can be comfortable with this. Like I don't know like who's getting paid from it. I honestly feel like someone's getting paid from it in the background. You got a bunch of people on a bus getting dropped off at a gas station to come down here. I know a single mom that FaceTimed me this morning at the welfare office that really need something. And it's nothing but immigrants over there. And I don't even want to now grabbing up by their neck and cutting their head off and walking off with them and eating them like.
Okay, I would like to know how many of you sitting up there tonight go into the grocery stores here in the city, Walmart here in the city, to do your shopping. I'm going to tell you, 64 years old, and I don't know what kind of label you can put on this, but I'm taking my cart down the grocery aisle, and I have 3 immigrants strapped across the aisle. Seen me coming, would not budge, wouldn't even, and I said, excuse me. Maybe they didn't understand what I was saying, but I'm sure they understood that I was trying to get through that aisle. So I have no recourse now but to bust through it. I'm not afraid to do so. You know, I would like to see them have some common respect, some common decency. When folks stand up here and describe what is happening to them, they are often painted with a broad brush of racism. That has nothing to do with it. Color has nothing to do with what we're facing. It's culture. I have yet to be approached in a year's time, and none of us have. The core group that has been coming up here and trying to tell you what's going on, have never been approached. There's not a round table for us. There's a round table for the Immigration Accountability Task Force, which I've come to find out has nothing to do with us getting any better, but making it easy for you to be an immigrant. That round table should have started in November when this was brought to your attention. The core group that has been coming up here Tuesday after Tuesday have great ideas, and it won't cost the state a dime.
I really wish we could deal with this as a community, with the council instead of going through NAACP or, all this other rigmarole, because we are a community. But my experience at work, okay, I work IT for a living. I'm also a videographer. I do video editing. I have these Haitians along with Somali, Mexican, Spanish, I have them all. But with the Haitians, they need extra attention because, in all honesty, the best way that I found to train them, and I'm saying this from a company point of view, okay, is most of them, if we would match them up to our life, it's going to be, they have a kindergarten to 2nd grade education.
I feel like we have been invaded by some sort of pest. I'm angry that my friends and family are packing up and moving away. I'm angry that foreigners are using up the resources that were set up for the American. I have made concessions with them, and I try to help them the best I can to keep them from trying to squat on my property. But it is so unsafe. I have men that cannot speak English in my front yard screaming at me, throwing mattresses in my front yard, throwing trash in my front yard. And I can't. Look at me, I weigh 95 pounds. I couldn't defend myself if I had to. My husband is elderly, and last night, after living in this home for 45 years, he said, Noelle, guess what? it's time to pack up and move. He said, we can't do this anymore. He said, it's killing both of us mentally. I don't understand what you expect of us as citizens.
Springfield has a long-term population of 57,910. I believe that was as of May of this year. It's hard to know the exact number, but all I count have a population of 20,000 newcomers. This has resulted in a number of issues. First and foremost is the driving situation. There have been first-hand reports of wrong-way drivers on one-way streets, drivers ignoring stop signs and red lights, and other traffic issues. I'm sure that there are others here who have many more first-hand experiences with that situation. There is the impact on businesses having to deal with language, cultural differences. There is the strain on public resources, both governmental and private services, including health.
They flipping cars in the middle of the street.
Now let me go on and add my commentary to
Like,
it.
y'all can be comfortable with this. Like, I don't know, like, who's getting paid from this.
This is what Mr. Trump was talking about last night. These people this is not only taking place in Ohio,
Here in the city,
they have a large population of Haitians. They're working at the chicken plant in Elberton, Georgia. And the people in Elberton are complaining about the Haitian immigrants. Listen, guys, Aurora, Colorado